1, 2, 3, and that's how many months it's been since we've done an episode.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. That's how many fans we have
remaining.
who have been boiling upset that we
Yeah.
haven't put out an episode in a goddamn dick year.
Yeah. In all fairness, I did get pruned at the end of the last episode, so working my way through the void was a challenge to get back to where we are.
References to
Yeah.
the last episode we did.
Yeah. Got to keep that continuity flowing for the remaining fans.
Yeah. To anybody who's watching this from the ground up,
Yeah,
the last episode we did was about Loki spoilers.
it was.
And it's been so long since we recorded an episode Loki was on.
Yeah, Loki was on.
And it's been
Yeah,
a neat bow has been put on it.
indeed.
For about a month now.
Yeah. For those of you still with us, forgive our rudeness. I am your brassy bully, Treyton Blackburn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I am your alliteration alligator.
Whoa! Hey,
Evan
there
Pride.
we go. And this is Kentucky Fried Roadkill.
Yes, hi, welcome.
Welcome
Welcome back to the Bluegrass Pod.
back to the bluegrass. We had a little bit of a rough patch there for a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we've been back to busy as hell. We did start this podcast in quarantine.
Yeah, cut us some slack.
and you have been going back to the theater world.
I have been going
in the
back
past
to the theater
months.
world.
I've
Yes,
been
yes.
doing. I graduated a couple months
Woo!
ago,
Yes, you did.
as we've discussed on the show. But
Uh-huh.
I've been doing stand up
Mm-hmm.
about like 5 to 7 times a week.
Yeah,
Which
which has been going well, as I understand.
yes. I haven't done it in a week as of the time of this recording because
Oh, you're fucked, dude. You're fucked. You're
I'm
so
fucked.
fucked.
Well, you joke, but I will be fucked the next time I get on stage. I'm gonna be rusty as hell
Yeah.
because it's all about momentum.
Is it?
Yeah, I just got back from the Carolinas,
Yeah.
the south one to be specific,
Got it.
Charleston.
To
with-
visit your old lady, old ball and chain,
No.
old lady. Oh
No,
no,
that-
you didn't even see the old lady.
No, I'm leaving on Tuesday to go visit the lady.
The old lady, old
The
ball and
old
chain.
lady. And
We don't. We love women here.
yes,
We're
yes.
very.
The old battle
How
axe.
is she doing, huh?
She's wonderful. She's been working her tail off.
Good.
At her internship in Hilton Head.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to it ends on Wednesday, and I'm going down there to get her, but we just got back from a family vacation in Charleston.
I gotcha.
And so I'm going to be spending more time in South Carolina this month than I will be in
Kentucky, yeah.
which is funny. South Carolina, not a bad state if you're chilling on the coastline.
Sure, yeah.
And you're not in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, so long as you don't see fucking,
Myrtle Beach is just fucking dog garbage.
It's like if Gatlinburg had an ocean. That's what Myrtle Beach is.
It's like if the Ripley's Believe It or Not books became a city.
Yeah,
I think there's one
But
of
that's
those-
also what Gatlinburg is, and if you've ever been there.
Yeah. It's like that strip in Gatlinburg on meth.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
Literally, the last time I was in Myrtle Beach, we were down there for a fraternity formal, and there were teenagers just roaming up and down the streets,
Mhm.
just in a truck with green underglow on. I swear to God, they were wearing like purge masks. They had like bats with nails sticking out of them.
Wow.
Just in like 3 trucks just driving up and down the main strip. I guess that's
Fucking
all there
wild.
is to do in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, it's like if Orlando, like if Disney was like, holy shit, have you seen what this town is like? We got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, if Disney World
Pulled out of Orlando,
yeah,
that would be Myrtle Beach.
if they made a Fallout game about Disney World years after the nuke went off, it would
Yeah.
be Myrtle Beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always wear your flip-flops there. There's just used needles all over the place.
Yeah.
It
And there's
seems,
no-
it just has that vibe. It's just a very Dirty Myrtle, as they call
Dirty
it.
Myrtle, yeah.
They call it Dirty Myrtle for a reason. I'll tell you
There
that.
is like nowhere. I can't speak for all Appalachian people, but nowhere people in my hometown would rather vacation than either Gatlinburg or Myrtle Beach, which
Oh.
are the two like. I prefer Gatlinburg to Myrtle Beach because I don't think it's as gross, but Myrtle Beach is the nastiest, cestiest, pooliest asshole on earth.
I mean, if you're looking for a location to just go to participate in pure debauchery, I guess that's the
yeah, that's
location.
the place.
I would prefer Gatlinburg over Myrtle Beach because I'm more of a mountain man than a beach guy.
Big old mountain man.
Yeah, I every time I go to a beach, I get sunburned,
I hate
which
the beach.
happened to me last week.
Oh.
Got some shoulder sunburn.
Yeah,
Even though the sun never shined, it
Yeah.
it was raining the entire time we were there.
and you got cloud
and
burned.
I got fucking cloud burned. Yeah,
Tara is like that. Tara gets fucking sunburned if she like glances at the sun.
I'm fucking whiter than paper, dude.
So is Tara. I don't know if you've seen my wife before, but
Cream cheese, yes.
fucking Tara, she and her sister are going on a beach vacation like later this year. Just the two of them, her and her sister, and she was like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "If you love me, you will not make me participate in this fucking beach vacation."
When you go to the beach, are you like that guy up and down the beach in jeans?
No,
And
I am the
boots and
guy
shit.
sitting in the fucking balcony in the room reading reading a novel. That is me at the beach.
I always feel guilty if going to the beach and then just chilling in the hotel the whole
I
time.
hate the beach so much. And I tell people that
It's-
I hate the beach so much. Like, if we go to a beach, I'm going to hate every second of it, and I will be in the room.
Do you not like getting in the ocean?
No.
No.
It's gross. It fucking smells bad. It makes my stomach sick.
It cleans your skin though.
It's disgusting and filthy.
It's yeah, but it's nature, man. It's cleansing. I've always gotten a rash when I go to the beach, but for some reason this last time it kind of cleared up some acne I've been having. Although I feel like it's quickly back.
Yeah.
The humidity of Kentucky has quickly zidded up my face.
Yeah, yeah. And the fucking, like, whenever I go to the beach, like, if I fucking get in the sand, like, my fucking grundle gets eat up with sand.
Oh,
and
dude, trust
it's the
me.
worst.
I am the lord of chafing.
Oh, God.
I am chafing constantly.
It's awful.
I had to. So this past vacation, the big thing is you have to wear compression shorts under your
under your trunks.
under your trunks because if not, trunks, the like underwear that is built into the trunks, that is nothing
It's
but
fucking net. It's nothing.
it's nothing but netting to catch sand to like hover right under your balls.
Yeah, yeah. It's the fucking trap.
It's
the
the ball
fucking
scruff.
sand. Yeah, it's the fucking trap for your fucking swim trunks to go. Here's some fucking sand for your nuts.
Yeah, I
You
know.
like that, you fucking prick?
And there's like shells in there
Uh-huh.
and shit, and yeah, it's
It's awful.
cleansing.
Yeah.
But I had to get this big ass tube of butt paste. That was the name of it. Bordeaux's
Butt paste.
Bordeaux's butt paste. Thank you, Bordeaux's
For
butt paste.
sponsoring this episode.
Yes, thank you, Bordeaux's butt paste. I used about a gallon of it at the beach. I was constantly smearing that shit all over my ass. Step 1 on the directions on that tube was remove soiled diaper. So I felt like a big, strong man every time I put
Jesus.
that on.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, fun. I love flexing on my college degree. I'm a big old adult putting on my butt paste. This is a different environment we're recording a pod
Yeah,
in.
we're at Casa del Blackburn.
We are. I have moved out of my college home.
Yeah. How's that feel?
It's it's a step. It's part of it. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
I'm a little. You get a little sentimental,
Mhm.
but also my brother's still living there, so I can go back and crash on the couch anytime I want
Yeah.
for a year, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sentimental about. I don't get too sentimental about those sorts of things.
I'm not really.
Location based.
I agree. I've not really gotten sentimental when moving out of somewhere.
No, a lot of people are like that. They like. I see post on Instagram. It's like goodbye, 309 Bordeaux butt paste lane.
Yeah.
And
Butt paste lane.
oh, the good times we had here. Oh, the story these walls could tell.
Yeah, I guess.
I think people just really romanticize their apartments. It's like, okay, buddy, your fucking standard like 2-bedroom apartment wasn't that crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure not.
Yeah, with your 2 posters on the wall. You got a good setup in here though.
Yeah, it's a nice little. It's cozy.
It's very feng shui. In fact, I know it's all your wife's doing.
It is all my wife's doing. In fact,
if you're greasy paws, this place would be on fire.
yeah. I'm actually not allowed to touch anything. That's part of the rules of the house. I'm allowed. Though she does showcase a lot of my literature around the living room. Most of these books are mine.
Oh.
Yeah, most of these are
a reading man.
I am a reading man, so I have been called.
I've read one book in the past year, and it was a graphic novel I read. We were just talking about it beforehand, but I feel like it's a fun topic. It was this graphic novel. I called it it was called Southern Bastards.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much, it's like this crime thriller, but it's based in Alabama, and it's these old fucks, and they're big on football, and there's this old coach that runs this town. He's like the mafia leader.
Yeah.
And it's a dope ass story, cool artwork, very sketchy.
Yeah.
And not sketchy like scary, but
sure.
very very not hard borders.
Right.
Which made it hard to follow at times, but it was cool.
Yeah.
But I was trying to explain the plot of it to my dad and Emily, and I was like, it's like a comic book, but there's no superheroes in it. It's one of the I talked about it for 30 minutes. At the end, my dad was like, they're called graphic novels, Evan. I was like, oh yeah, that's the word.
Dad's a real fucking graphic novel guy, huh? How much Alan Moore has fucking
he's
your
not
dad
he's just
read?
big on correcting me, I think.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. Shout out my boy Ryan for letting me borrow that book. It was a good read.
Yeah.
It also highlighted, I don't know, I just found it interesting because obviously it was a characterization of Alabama.
Yeah.
And how big they are on football down there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it is
Huge.
bigger than Jesus Christ down there.
In Alabama, that's saying something, huh?
Literally, maybe football and Jesus. Literally, that's a line in the book. It's like the old dude, he goes to Vietnam. It's like a flashback of when he was in Vietnam. He's like, so you're from Alabama. All I know about that is they're crazy about Jesus and football down there.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that governor's insane. Wallace, he's a fuckhead.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
100%.
He was the guy that everybody hated.
He was the very segregationist governor.
Yeah, that was the guy.
Have you ever heard the fucking there's a song called
Sweet Home Alabama? I have.
No, not that. Fuck you. No, it's called
I was listening to some Skinner today.
The fucking God damn, what happened to you after you graduated?
Shout out Skinner.
Hold on, what the fuck is the name of this song?
Hey, Leonard Skinner's first album, I listened to that today. It is one of the best Southern blues rocks albums of all time. Just not a single song worth skipping on it. I think there's only 8 songs on it, but it's it ends with Freebird. Simple Man's on there. I Ain't the One opens it. Tuesday's Gone is on there. There's another one. It's dude, Skinner. It's one of those bands that it's a shame that I don't know much about them. I need to watch a documentary.
Yeah.
On show. I know that they were white trash to the core, and that there's a hard connotation, and that racist abound in the South. And
oh, do they?
And the Confederacy. They sure do enjoy that band.
Hey, bud, not to be the fucking apologist in the room, definitely not. But there's some pretty goddamn racist people in the North, too. I just want to be very clear about that.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Well, I was about to say that, and also Michael Jackson diddled kids, and Thriller's a hell of an album.
That's
so,
true. You should
know.
listen. There's a song called Three Great Alabama Icons by the Drive-By Truckers on their album.
The Drive-By Truckers. My dad was talking about that.
They're a great
album.
fucking band.
Yeah, or not an album, band. Yeah.
Yeah. Their album Southern Rock Opera, essentially, they're a pretty progressive band from the South, and they did this whole album discussing and breaking down the weird sort of internalized shit you've got from when and like you get when you grow up in the South. And Three Great Alabama Icons essentially like breaks down like it's a 6-minute song that like very intelligently breaks down like the institutional racism and how it affects the people of Alabama. It's fucking cool as shit.
But that's what I love about Southern and blues rock and shit. Are they kind of like a rock band?
Yeah,
Southern rock.
Yeah,
Southern blues rock is that might be my favorite genre of rock because Led Zeppelin at their core is a blues rock band.
Yeah.
The blues is at the core of rock and roll.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Little Richard and Chuck Berry and all those guys. They originated rock and roll, and so it's got. I just love that the steel guitar, that twangy thing, and also like it's just they're very. Yeah, I'm not big on gospel music or church music or ever, but I love it when like a choir comes in and like or an organ or something or a piano, a light piano.
But here's the reason you're not into fucking gospel or church music is because you grew up in a fucking Catholic church. Your guys' music blows.
Yeah, Catholic church music's pretty boring.
Let me tell you something. One of my I wouldn't even call it a guilty pleasure because I don't feel guilty about it. Like, one of my favorite fucking...
Obviously, you're not Catholic if you don't feel that guilt.
No, I don't. I'm a Protestant. I don't feel guilty about anything. I
was raised Catholic. I feel guilty about everything.
But I love fucking bluegrass gospel music more than anything. God damn, I love bluegrass gospel.
Oh, you love Kanye's new shit?
What?
All of... Sorry, I was putting on some chapstick. All of Kanye's new stuff is like, I don't know, it's not bluegrass gospel, but it's Christian gospel music.
Yeah, like
very choiry type stuff.
Bluegrass gospel music is not like very choir heavy, right? Like one of the greats is like Ralph Stanley. I mean, Ralph Stanley was. He had this like very twangy, very like Appalachian voice and it would just like be picking a banjo and a guitar and a violin and like his rendition of I'll Fly Away is still like one of my favorite songs in the fucking world. I love that song.
I'll fly away. Oh, glory.
Oh, buddy, you're saying that's way too clear to be fucking Ralph Stanley. Have you ever heard a Ralph Stanley song?
No.
He's fucking like he's so twangy. And his voice is still way too. Hold on. That's closer. That's way closer.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let me see. We're not gonna get a fucking copyright strike.
No, just keep
forever.
Keep it brief.
Yeah.
For the YouTube.
Hold on, this is a Kit Kat commercial. This is not "I'll Fly Away" by Dr. Ralph Stanley.
Kit Kat. Hey, break into it, Kit Kat, guys.
Hey, Kit Kat. Thank you, Kit Kat and Butt Cream for sponsoring this. Sponsoring this episode.
Hey, and guess what the name of this episode is? Kit Kat and Butt Cream, butt paste. Ooh.
Can you hear it over there?
Yeah. I can hear it. I hear it in my soul. Oh, damn. Fly away in the morning. Okay, I get it. You can hear the lack of his teeth.
Yeah. That's like one of my favorite songs in the world. That whole album, Shine On by Ralph Stanley. What a great album.
I love that song. I was first introduced to that song, as probably a lot of people were, from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Mm-hmm. A very Appalachian movie.
Really?
Yes. Tons of Appalachian artists musically featured in that movie.
The what are they called? The Kentucky Boys.
They're
the Kentucky.
The Foggy Bottom Boys.
The Soggy Bottom Boys.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, in old Kentucky, the land where he was born and
I
raised.
am the man of constant sorrow.
Yeah.
Another Ralph Stanley song.
I don't want fop, damn it. I'm a Dapper Dan man.
I'm a Dapper Dan man.
I love that.
That's
such a good movie.
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Like, in my hometown was a movie that was like inescapable for a certain period of time. Like, everybody had seen it. Everybody loved it. It was inescapable for like 4 or 5 years in my hometown.
It's such a quotable movie.
It is. It's a fucking great movie.
I love the Coen brothers.
They're amazing.
Have they made a bad movie?
I don't think so. I've
haven't-
seen most of their filmography, and I don't think so.
I haven't seen Inside Llewyn Davis. Llewyn
I don't know that I've even heard of that.
Davis. It's about it's kind of about, it's like Bob Dylan. It's about like this musical. It's the what's the guy's name? Is it Oscar Isaac? He was in the more recent Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. It's I think it's Coen brothers. I'm pretty sure.
Did they direct The Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
They did.
I have not seen Ballad of Buster Scruggs, but I really want to.
It's very enjoyable. Inside Llewyn Davis is about I don't know if it's Bob Dylan, but it's like a Bob Dylan type. It's
Sure.
pretty much like a struggling New York artist, guitarist, folksy guy, in the East Village of New York in the late 60s
Yeah.
when Dylan was blowing up and when he was about to go electric or something like that. Or I
Sure.
think he went electric earlier than that. But I've heard very good things. I've
Yeah.
heard it's one of their best movies. That have you seen Raising Arizona?
I have seen Raising Arizona.
That's one of
Yeah.
they are amazing at comedy.
Yeah, what I think is fascinating about the Coen brothers is they don't really subscribe to any particular aesthetic. Like, they hop around like different time periods and different places in the world and different cultures really, really well. And that like amazes me. Like, if you told me that the people who made Oh Brother Where Art Thou and the people who made The Big Lebowski were the same people, I'd be like, fuck you. What? No.
Yeah, here they made No Country for Old Men,
Yeah.
which is a great one. The sound in that
Mhm.
movie is amazing, and part of what makes the sound in that movie is so awesome is the lack of sound,
Yeah.
the silence, how they use silence in that fucking movie. Fargo's
fucking hilarious.
Fargo might be one of the best movies ever.
It's so good.
It's
so good.
Just the charm of it.
Yeah.
It being that funny and
That fucking dark.
yeah. I've heard. Have you seen three? This is not Coen Brothers, but have you seen Three Billboards?
I have not, but I've heard nothing but good things. Didn't Martin McDonough write that movie?
He did. See, I've heard nothing but good things, and a couple of bad things. But the bad things I've heard like really, really bad things.
Oh yeah.
So when I watched that movie, I loved it. I saw it in high school when it came out.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. I enjoy Martin McDonough. He did
The Pillow Man.
He did The Pillow Man, which is
perhaps the greatest play ever written.
It's such a good play. Did he do? He didn't do Doubt.
No,
Did
he
he?
did the Cripple of Inishman. I think he did the Cripple of Inishman.
And Inishman. Which one is about the Irish guy who comes back?
Hold on, I'm looking at. Let's look at Martin
It's like-
McDonough's plays.
It's like the bloke from Edinburgh or something.
Yeah, the Cripple of Inishman.
Is that it?
Yes.
Is it the cripple?
The Cripple of Inishman, 1997.
That's it. It's about the guy who like kills cats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one too.
But there's also the Lieutenant of Inishmore.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
The Lieutenant of Inishmore. That's a great fucking
He did
play.
Hangman, which is a big play. The rest of them are not anything you would have heard of.
He just does. He has a fun, dark sense of humor.
He's got one of the fucking darkest senses of humor.
But I've heard, some people complain that I really enjoyed it, and just there's certain things. I guess you haven't seen it, right?
No, I'm not.
So I guess there's certain things in it that don't make sense. Like, why would she go over here and do that? She does a lot. Pretty much it's Frances McDormand,
Mm-hmm.
and her daughter was murdered, and she goes through heaven and hell pretty much to try to find the murderer.
Yeah.
And a lot of complaints I've heard about it is that she she breaks the law in a lot
Sure.
in the pursuit of trying to fulfill the law.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but it was just it's a complaint I've heard about like the realism factor of movies. I never tune in to realism unless it just doesn't make sense at
Right.
all. I'm pretty good about suspending disbelief.
I agree. My suspension of disbelief is also very hard to break.
Like when I go into a movie, I get pretty stupid.
Yeah. I
roll with movies.
I had a debate, or not. I had a debate. Like I have a prolonged existing debate with one of my friends about quote unquote witty dialogue in movies. So my friend hates like a lot of the dialogue in Marvel movies and a lot of the dialogue in like Tarantino movies and Aaron Sorkin dialogue, because he's like, it just breaks immersion for me because no one talks that way. But like for me, I think that dialogue is really awesome because like I have to hear what regular people sound like
Because
all the goddamn time.
Yeah, because
and it sucks ass.
Yeah, you want to listen because nobody talks that way, so you want to listen to some heightened language. Nobody talks that way in Shakespeare either.
Right.
Like back in the day, they probably weren't walking around like, oh, but
Yeah, they weren't fucking delivering soliloquies. They were walking down the fucking avenue being like, oh, give me a peach for me yours.
Yeah. It's just the heightened language is part of fucking dialogue.
And it's
I get maybe I get like the cheesiness of action movies.
Sure.
I get cheesy lines. I hate those too. Yeah, certain shit takes you out of movies.
But even so, like
maybe Aaron Sorkin gets a little dialogue heavy, but it's heightened language. It's like certain people see dialogue as like poetry. It's poetry versus prose. It's like the same thing. Depending on who the fuck you're talking to, I guess.
Yeah, well, and like another thing that has always troubled, like,
what, you want to go see a movie where
people just act like people really do in the real world,
with realistic speech? You want to just window watch?
Yeah, and I'll be fair to
watch a boring ass movie.
And I'll be fair to his argument. He doesn't like want to see realism 100% of the time, but like. He doesn't love it when like people are in like life, death, dangerous situations and they're making like quips. He thinks that is super unrealistic, that like somebody would quip in a life or death situation. But if I were in a life or death situation,
I would be making
I would
jokes.
absolutely be making jokes, like to fucking calm myself down. Yeah. I make jokes when I'm scared all the goddamn time.
It's all I would do, yeah.
And I don't know. Like,
I would probably die because I was too busy making jokes.
Right, and like...
And the guy about to murder me would go, not funny.
Not funny. Diet Coke.
Not funny.
Well, and another thing is like, one of my like, if I can accept that this is the world that this is happening in, I'm good. Like okay, like Marvel movies, for example. Like when fucking they're fighting Thanos and Tony Stark and Star-Lord are quipping. I'm not mad because this is what the Marvel universe is. Like even if they wouldn't be making jokes in our universe, they would be making jokes in this universe because that's what this universe is. That's part of the rules of this universe.
Yeah, also people normally don't have fully heated arguments in the moment with like that well thought out points.
Mm-hmm.
Like in movies, when you see an argument in a movie, it's so well thought out, and nobody argues in a movie like they argue in real life.
Uh-huh.
I guess sometimes it depends on the movie, I guess. But it would be, I don't know. It would just be.
It would be like
I get where your friend is coming from, but kindly tell him to go fuck himself.
Well, he listens to this podcast. So.
Hey, sir, I thank you for listening. You're a good man. Go fuck yourself.
This is also the same guy who thought Zack Snyder's Justice League was really rad. So I mean.
Oh, so his opinions are all over the goddamn place.
Yeah. He thought that dialogue was super dope. So
but that is what I think of when I think of like cringy dialogue,
right?
In movies.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, and
I have never once
done like Marvel movies. Sometimes Marvel movies, I roll my eyes and shit, but it's better than it's on the same level. If you don't like Marvel movies, I don't understand how you could like fucking Zack Snyder and shit.
He's also got really dark sensibilities. Like, he's a writer and he writes a lot of body horror. So he's got he like prefers darker tones and he's got a darker sensibility.
That's fair.
Yeah, but
it also comes down to so a teacher told me this in like English back in the day. We were talking about like arguments, argumentation and all that shit and logical fallacies. And pretty much once an argument comes down to a discussion of taste, then the argument's over.
Yeah.
Cuz like we can talk what food is more, we can talk what the best food in the world is all day long, but at the end of the day, if you just don't like cheese or you don't like soy sauce, then I'm not going to convince you that, or if you don't like raw fish, I'm not going to convince you that sushi is the best food ever. Because, you know, you just can't.
Everybody's got a different palate.
Everybody's got a different palate, man. And
for some folks, it's Kit Kats. For some folks, it's butt cream.
So yeah, butt paste.
Butt
my
paste,
good man.
Yeah, sorry.
Bordeaux would correct you.
Yeah, Bordeaux. Thank you for sponsoring this.
Yes, thank
this
you.
Episode.
Thank you
really
for
good.
keeping my ass lubed up all throughout my vacation.
And natural, like I will put myself up on the stake because I have fully exposed my friends' taste preferences here in the public space. I am also the guy whose favorite movie ever is Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so
yeah,
maybe I'm not the best person to ask either.
Let's expose ourselves because we're sometimes on this podcast we can get real. Sometimes I feel like we can get kind of snobbish.
Definitely.
Yeah. I try to always be like, I try to. Like what I'm doing right now, like, you know,
tempering it.
Yeah, tempering it. I always try
you don't want it to boil over.
I want to be self-aware of what's going on this podcast. So what's some of the just what's the word? Guilty pleasure movies?
The Yu-Gi-Oh anime.
Yeah.
The original run on the Yu-Gi-Oh anime is my biggest guilty pleasure show.
Man, if that's a guilty pleasure, then
I fucking love that show.
Then call me Catholic because I'm full of guilt.
And here's another thing. My favorite arcs in the original Yu-Gi-Oh show are the two filler arcs that aren't in the Japanese manga. Like, my favorite arcs are the fucking 4Kids arcs that were created specifically for North America.
Okay, I don't know the Yu-Gi-Oh
anime super well.
Anime that well, but I did watch it when I was a kid. Sorry, I got the hiccups now.
I will watch all of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime about once a year.
Really?
About once a year, I'll watch all of the original run, like not Yu-Gi-Oh GX, not Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, the original Yu-Gi-Moto, Joey Wheeler, Taya Gardner, Tristan Taylor, Maximilian Pegasus Yu-Gi-Oh anime.
I would watch that was a banger back in the
That's
day.
a banger, right?
I really enjoyed
it's so
it.
Good. I love that fucking
Blue Eyes
show.
White Dragon.
Yes.
And they're looking for all the left arm of the dude.
The pieces of Exodia.
That guy.
Yeah.
And then there was something when Yu-Gi-Oh had a friend. I remember there was a movie where Yu-Gi-Oh had a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Moto.
Yu-Gi-Moto.
Yeah.
This is how well I know the show. But I watched it when
I know the show.
Yeah. But I watched it when I was a little kid and I really enjoyed it. But Yu-Gi-Oh had a friend. There's no way I'm gonna always call him Yu-Gi-Oh. So just get over it. But Yu-Gi-Oh had a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh had a friend.
And he kind of had like a bowl haircut, like a beaver cut, but it was black hair. And he had the red eyes black dragon.
Okay, that was Joey Wheeler who had the red eyes. But Joey was a blonde, a tall blonde.
He was blonde, yeah. And I think it might have been a movie, a spin-off movie that they did, but like he went evil.
No, that's in the Duelist Kingdom arc. And they duel on a pier.
Yeah.
And I've seen this episode a bunch.
It's a great series.
It's a good episode.
Oh shit! What's the one where they're in the diamond like the
Pyramid of Light.
the Pyramid of Light.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
That's a good movie.
That's a movie.
Yeah, that's a movie.
Okay, that was the movie that I watched a whole bunch when I was a little kid. Okay, well, I didn't know that fucking Yu-Gi-Oh was a guilty pleasure. I used to play the fuck out of those. I found a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Perhaps it is
the
a
other
guilty
day.
pleasure for a 24-year-old man.
Maybe. People are into anime, man. People that are into anime are into nothing else.
Yeah, but people who are into anime are not into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah?
And if they are into Yu-Gi-Oh, they're into Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, which is arguably the best series of Yu-Gi-Oh. But God damn it, I like the original show. I like it a lot.
I didn't even know that there was a new Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh's like the goddamn Power Rangers. There's a new fucking run all the time.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's the first season with Yugi as the protagonist. Then there's the second series called GX with Jaden Yuki as the protagonist.
Did you ever watch Naruto?
I did not watch Naruto.
No,
I never got into any other anime. Yu-Gi-Oh is my sole
Really?
and only anime.
No, I was never a huge anime kid. My friends are really into anime.
I also have friends who are real into anime.
Yeah, God, I'm a nerd, but like I always consider myself really nerd adjacent.
Okay.
Like I'm real like I'm really really nerdy about certain things. But like if you get me and all my friends in a room, we cover about among us we cover all the nerdy shit. Like there's 2 or 3 guys that are super into anime, some guys that are super into Star Wars, some guys, I guess none of us are really Trekkies, maybe Pokemon.
Yeah.
Big video game guys, all of us through the childhoods.
Here's another interesting fact. As someone who's a huge Pokemon fan, I did not care for the Pokemon anime whatsoever.
Yeah, the Pokemon anime was just a commercial for the games.
Yeah, and I didn't love the characters in that show.
No, it was kind of stale.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, just seeing the new Pokemon, every episode, you'd be like, "Oh, Diglett's in this episode."
Yeah, 100%.
Like that'd be the whole point of every episode. Naruto was fun because Naruto was dark. Naruto was
I've heard that.
a fucked up show, dude. I watched I think I watched probably most of Naruto. I haven't watched a second of Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
Which I remember when that started, and I think it's still going, which is crazy.
An anime that I want to watch more than anything. I've probably seen the first 15 episodes in my youth, but One Piece. But One Piece is such a fucking commitment. They're like fucking 300 or some episodes of One Piece, and I just don't have time.
That's also the thing about anime is that there's so many goddamn episodes, and there's a lot of like story arcs. Like 5 episodes of an anime could be 1 episode.
Yeah.
And like Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's a great example.
I hate Dragon Ball.
I never watched Dragon Ball Z. But I watched some of Dragon Ball. I probably watched the first 100 episodes of Dragon Ball, 100 or so maybe, which is saying nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
It's like I barely scratched the surface of that show. I think like I didn't even get to where Goku was grown up yet. Like he was still like
a child.
Kid Goku. He still had like the tail and stuff. Also, that show was really weird. It was like really like sexually strange. He's like, I think Volva was the name of the girl. Or
Bulma.
Bulma?
Bulma. Bulma.
Okay.
I think.
Again,
I've never watched Dragon Ball.
I literally just remember, I think it's literally the first episode. There's a scene where Goku, like, he meets Bulma, and then they go back to their place, and he stays the night with her, and like in the middle of the night, he like pulls up her sheet, and he sees that she doesn't have a dick, and he goes like, huh? And he smacks her on the fucking vag. He's like, huh? And then just the episode continues business as usual.
Hilarious.
I'm watching this. I'm like, what the fuck is this show, dude?
Yeah.
This is a kid's show, man.
Another like fucking oh come on. Fucking brain. Like, I hate the art style of Dragon Ball. Like, if I don't like the art style of an animated show, I can't watch it.
I can see that. Also, Dragon Ball was one of those shows where a lot of the characters were just so similar to one another.
Yeah.
Where it was hard to differentiate. I have my buddy is really into the show. What's it called? Soul Eater.
Oh yeah, Soul
think-
Eater. Yeah.
And I've heard that's a really short show, so maybe I can. The Full Metal Alchemist I hear are really good. When I was younger, I watched like the first season or two of the Full Metal Alchemist show. Fucked up. Anime's fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
it's like always dark and shit.
one anime that everybody tells me I should fucking watch is My Hero Academia. Everybody tells me I should watch My Hero Academia.
Yeah, my buddy Jack is big into that show.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is that the show where they go in? It's a video game.
No, that's
It's
Sword Art Online.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My Hero Academia.
Like, I know all these shows. I've watched zero of them.
Have you ever seen Disney Sky High?
Yeah.
My Hero Academia is essentially Disney Sky High.
That's pretty cool.
It's about a kid who goes to a superhero school in a world where everybody is superheroes and he doesn't have powers. Is the premise.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, doesn't that blow?
And the whole show is probably him waiting to get his powers.
Yeah, and I'm
He's
sure he
like,
gets some fucking overpowered dumbass anime power. Midway through the first season.
Yeah, and he discovers that he's the one. And everybody's like, everybody was dissing on him for the whole show. And then they're like, oh, Georgie's. Oh, all of a sudden he's the badass now.
Deku, I think is his name.
Ooh, Deku. There's Hunter x Hunter.
I've heard of that show. And I just know that it's like octopuses playing volleyball or some shit. Hey, actually send me the link to that one. That one might be I could do that one.
it's a weird one.
No, hey, that you have said all I need to know about the show.
I honestly think it's something like that. It's
hey, you know what show I love? This is like totally off the anime topic. I mean, I guess it's a cartoon, so it's Western anime. Have you ever seen fucking Squidbillies?
I love Squidbillies.
I love Squidbillies.
Dude, Squidbillies used to give me nightmares as a kid.
I love that show.
I was just like, what the fuck is going on? It was just so fucked up.
Yeah. I love what about you, Evan? What's your guilty pleasure show?
My guilty pleasure show?
Yeah.
I remember there was this show that I watched. I watched every episode. It was before I guess streaming was around, but I watched it like it was a show that I would tune in like Tuesdays at 11 or whatever. It was called Raising Hope.
Raising Hope.
It was
Dude, that sounds like some Hallmark shit.
It was just like a random like what was it on? It was like CBS. It was just like a network TV show that I caught the first episode of. And I just really, really enjoyed it. It was about this guy who knocked up a woman who he discovered and gets her pregnant.
Okay.
And then she has the baby.
Hope, I would assume.
Hope.
Yeah.
And after he knocks her up, he discovers that she is an inmate at a prison.
Oh, shit.
And after she gives birth to it, she gets the electric chair.
Holy fuck.
And so he's just left alone
How did he fuck her? If she was in a how do you fuck someone on death row and not realize it?
I think she had escaped or something.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a really funny show, and it's the cast of people. They've been in a lot of shit since then. The main love interest, she's been in a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I just remember the uncle and the aunt, the grandparents / the parents on the show were very funny. It was just a funny show, and I realized that it was just a bullshit like network sitcom that nobody watched. I was the only one watching it, and I would like tune in every week to it.
They had the fucking demos up, and they were like, "Who the fuck is this? Is this woman in Kentucky who keeps watching the show?"
My family is that family that we watched. There was a couple shows like that we watched. The Good Guys was a show.
I have not heard of any of these programs.
They all these shows got canceled after like season 2.
Yeah, of course they did.
They're all these kind of shows, but like we were just really into it. There was this show recently that recently as in like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
What was it called? It was called it was actually it was kind of a shitty show. Rob Lowe was in it.
Wow.
It was called The Grinder.
Ooh. No.
And he played like either a lawyer or an actor who was like washed up. I remember Fred Savage was in it. It was just my dad was just super into it. Every Sunday after football, he'd be like, "Grinders on today.
Grinders on today.
Hey boys, you know what that means? The grinders on." And my dad loves Rob Lowe. And
I mean, Rob Lowe's very talented.
Rob Lowe is
Lowe is very great in The West Wing. I can't imagine he's that great in Grinder.
Rob Lowe, I loved you in Grinder.
Well, hey, listen.
Nobody else watched The Grinder. Hey, but I did.
KFR listeners, if you're out there and you want to find Rob Lowe on Grinder, you can go on your Grinder app right now, and Rob Lowe will be the first guy who pops up.
It was such a shitty
7
show.
inches uncut.
So I can't defend The Grinder, but I will defend. Was it called? I think it was called The Good Guys. It was The Good Guys. It was some old dude, the main detective. It was like some old grizzled dude that we really enjoyed. And then the other guy was Colin Hanks. It was Tom Hanks' son.
Okay.
And it was the first thing he had ever been in, I think, or like first big thing. And it was a good show. It was like looking back, it was probably like a shitty Law and Order knockoff type show. But go back and watch Raising Hope. I haven't watched it in years and years, but I hope it holds up. And I'm raising that hope. I hope that made sense.
All you suburban moms and dads out there looking for shows to watch, Evan Pride is your guy. Raising Hope.
Once you finish
The Grinder,
The Masked Dancer.
Yeah, once you finish Masked Singer, once you finish fucking whatever season of The Voice we're on.
Yeah, and Dwayne Wade's The Cube.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude, there's some shitty shows on network TV.
Yeah. Network TV is dying a slow and painful death.
Which is why we are thankful for you to tuning in
into KFR, baby.
Into KFR. This is the real art.
This is where real entertainment is happening. Right on this fucking podcast.
Thank you for clicking on an episode titled Kit Kats and Butt Paste. We really appreciate it.
Yes,
and motherfucker, we're back,
baby.
We're
back, baby.
We're back.
We're back. We're violent. We're angry.
Yeah, so we're sorry we've been gone.
We've missed you.
We've been back. We suck at podcasting, and we're trying to get better. Goddammit, and we're gonna
do what we can.
We're gonna do what we can.
We're not gonna make you any promises because we're not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
but we're gonna do our goddamn best.
And
if that's not good enough, well, I guess that's your problem, not ours.
Yeah. And it's been a minute. And if you're mad at us, write into us at KY.
Send your hate mail.
Send your hate mail to kyfriedroadkill@gmail.com. Let us know you're listening. Let us know you're out there.
Yeah. Hateful messages are better than no messages.
I bump into a lot of people who are like, "Hey, you have a podcast. I gotta listen to that." Like I know I talk to a lot of people who are aware that we have a podcast, but have not listened to it.
Right.
So I like to tell everybody, I don't like to give anybody homework. You don't have to listen to this show, but we sure do appreciate you.
We sure do.
If you're still listening right now, at the end of this episode, you
have made it through another one.
Surely you must care about us.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah. If you've made
Dad,
it to this episode,
my dad's probably listening still.
Yeah. My friend who we thoroughly fucking just dissected earlier. If you're still listening, please keep listening. Yeah. I promise I won't dissect you again on the air.
And thank you for listening, motherfuckers.
Yes. Let's go out together. We haven't been together in a while. Let's go out together, okay? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Ba 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 brand. Ba 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 ba.
Not playing this.
Ba ba brand.
Doing this together. We should start a band.
We should. We'd be so fucking good. Hey, good night and God bless.